Alright, good day guys and welcome back to this channel. This is Top Trend TV. Guys, no be small thing o. So I just saw the news on Linda Ikeji's blog on Instagram saying that police have invited Verydarkman after what Verydarkman said at the NBA conference 2 days ago. We all know that Verydarkman was present at the NBA conference and he gave a very powerful speech where he alleged that some of the police officers used to connive and work with these kidnappers that are terrorizing this country. So, according to Linda Ikeji, they have invited Verydarkman, police have invited Verydarkman to bring evidence to his claims. So, I just saw this photo on Linda Ikeji's blog where she wrote, Police invites Verydarkman to substantiate claims that its officers connive with kidnappers. The Nigerian police force has challenged social media critic Martins Vincent Ose, popularly known as Verydarkman, to provide evidence for his claims that police officers at highway checkpoints leak travelers' identities and movements to kidnappers. Verydarkman made the allegation at the recent Nigerian Bar Association conference in Port Harcourt, accusing checkpoint officers of helping criminals target victims for ransom. Reacting to this allegation, the first public relation officer, CSP Annie Iniedu, in a statement released on August 27, dismissed the claim as substantiated and damaging, insisting that police personnel deployed on highway are there to prevent crime and protect motorists. For the avoidance of doubt, the police personnel deployed to checkpoints and other locations nationwide are there to prevent crime, detect criminal activities and protect citizens, not to facilitate kidnapping. Indeed, these same police officers routinely confront the very criminal elements alleged to be receiving such information. Police personnel have been ambushed, attacked, and pied, while police stations, formation, and operational assets have equally been targeted by terrorists, kidnappers, and other violent criminals. Annie argued that police officers deserve better than blanket accusations. He invited Verydarkman to come forward to substantiate his claims. The Nigerian police force hereby invites Mr. Martins Vincent Otse to produce without delay the evidence upon which he based these serious accusations, including any evidence that police personnel at checkpoints identify wealthy individuals and subsequently transmit information about them to kidnappers for the purpose of facilitating their abduction. Any such information will be treated with urgency and investigated thoroughly. We encourage any member of the public with credible evidence of officers' misconduct to come forward through these channels rather than through public allegations alone so that appropriate action can be taken. Guys, no be small thing o. So I just saw this news on Linda Ikeji blog and e be like say police now don invite Verydarkman make Verydarkman come prove the claim and the allegations wey Verydarkman make on the Nigerian police at the NBA Association conference wey happen for Port Harcourt 2 days ago. No be small thing o. Guys, after seeing this invite that the Nigerian police sent to Verydarkman, please share your thoughts and let me know what you think on the comment section. So guys, before we continue, let us watch this video.
A lot of these governors, see, okay, I will answer you with Wike. I'm not saying Wike puts money, but listen. We all know Wike is a very stubborn man. Wike doesn't care. But when they asked Wike about the cows, Wike said, I can't talk about it. He knows the people that have invested in it. So you can bring Wike and ask him why.
The major reason I don't like this kind of argument or debate is simply because, they're fruitful. Intelligence is one of the biggest advantage human beings have over every other thing in this world. But that same intelligence is the major reason that it is destroying us internally. So why am I making this particular video?
It's the government. It's money laundering.
You don't actually even need to be an expert in anti-money laundering. You don't need to have a degree in economics. You don't even need to be an expert to know that is like everything about that statement was daft. Like I feel like I've lost IQ points listening to that. So somebody wants to money launder or launder money and they will buy an illiquid asset, and that makes sense to you people. They'll buy an asset, a cow that can die, that gets sick. That makes sense to you people.
The problem with intelligent people is that they try to make everything make sense. Right? There are three varieties of intelligent people. One of them is the people that cannot look inward. It's those people that say the reason I am in this position is because these people do this. They don't have the ability to look inward to see them as they lack self-awareness. Yeah. And then the second group of people are people that lack the ability to look outward. People that justify it doesn't make sense to me, so it doesn't have to make sense. But in reality, some things don't have to make sense for it to be done. We've seen these headsmen value the lives of these animals compared to their more than their own life. Does it make sense? No. Do they do it? Yes. We've seen these particular people, like the place where I slept under duvet today, and it was so cold. These people sleep in the forest. Does it make sense? No. Do they do it? Yes. There are so many things that people do in this life that makes absolute no sense, but people still go ahead and do it, and you left wondering, what is going on? So the fact that it doesn't make sense doesn't mean it's not true. Verydarkman in this particular video dropped one of the most realistic, and because he asked a question, why we cannot talk about the cows? I made a video about 3 years ago. I said, where are Buhari's cows? I will still stand on that particular statement. If you have come in close contact, which unfortunately I have come with these people, they value those cows more than their lives. There is one that the villagers rescued some time ago, right? They tied him and left him. They left him to die, to rot. He was alive, but he was already decaying. They saved him. Why? Because this guy refused to do the practice where other people they do, like to destroy people's farm. And the cows that they gave in his possession, all these banditry and all these headsmen, if you see them, they don't look healthy, they don't eat good food. Where the money they collect all the time? Like, does it make sense for people to have those millions in their possession and still decide to be in the forest and be rearing cow? People will dedicate all their life to rear cow. Does it make sense? It makes absolute no sense. The moment you are trying to make sense of everything, you lose touch of reality immediately. Another thing I want to talk about is that intelligent people try to separate bias. Like, they love separating bias from intelligence, which is impossible. Because they feel that if I separate bias from intelligence, it means that me get sense pass. But that you cannot separate bias, because one thing people don't understand is that people don't like Verydarkman. Like, Verydarkman coming to that particular show, it was more about competition. Intelligent people love to outsmart each other. Oh, I go school, you know go school, so I must get sense more than you. Stupid people don't try to outstupid each other. They just look for the loudest in the room and all of them follow. Even without anybody telling anybody what to do, they know what to do. Intelligence is more of like is supposed to be an advancement for we as human beings, but in reality, especially in Nigeria, intelligence is one of the major reasons why we cannot generate one sweet stable opponent against the current incumbent president, because everybody wants to try and outsmart. Oh, my idea is the best, your idea is the best, oh, let's do it my way, and it becomes a problem. Verydarkman just said exactly what is wrong with the Nigerian economy and how it should be done, and for the first time Verydarkman said something about reality and society that actually is true, and people are saying it makes no sense. It doesn't have to make sense.
Verydarkman and the Rattle Party. What if Verydarkman has been busy all these years preparing himself and preparing everyone around him, but people don't know? What if Verydarkman has been busy experimenting? He's been busy putting in the work to know the exact cost. What if Verydarkman has been trying all this while to know why the Nigerian politicians have refused to deliver at least as little as schools, hospitals? What if? I'm just thinking out loud, to be honest, because Verydarkman, we all know, would drag a politician to the mud. Verydarkman will force a politician to be accountable and responsible. But for some reason, that's a Other West project. When Winnie, the young lady, went to that school to raise awareness of the state of the school, Honorable, not so Honorable Eugene, the Ahoda West local government chairman, instead of fixing the school to use it and campaign, he decided to assault the lady. He decided to take his brother to go and physically manhandle the lady. Verydarkman and Burna Boy got involved. I made a video and I said, we could have dragged that man and forced him to take accountable and be responsible, because money for that project must have been given to him. But then again, I also said, I believe Verydarkman. I trust his leadership. Whatever his plan is, I believe him. But look at it today. Verydarkman could give us a figure how much has been spent so far on that same project. The same Verydarkman who is using NGOs money to do borehole project. What if Verydarkman is trying to prove a point to you all in the future that you have no reason to fail? The Nigerian politicians have no reason not to deliver. Even the Ratel party, you have no reason to not to deliver. I'm just thinking out loud. This is me giving you expo. For those of you that are not ready for the Ratel party, start getting ready. If you don't have integrity, you better start now. If you're not transparent, you better start now. Because imagine somebody like Verydarkman, who can actually produce this result without state allocation, without federal allocation. Who can produce this result with money from individuals? Imagine if he get hold of federal or state allocation. What do you think he's going to do? Can you lie to that same man? Can you tell him that you couldn't deliver as a local government chairman? Because Verydarkman said it, that he'd be more interested in the grassroots, the local government chairmanship. Can you lie to such person and tell him you couldn't deliver? If he delivered with individual money, with his own money, what makes you think that you will not be able to deliver with federal allocation and he will let you be? Verydarkman would jail you with no good. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm just thinking. Na expo they give you now.
Omo guys, no be small thing o. So after listening to everything said on this video, please share your thoughts and let me know what you think on the comment section. So that will be all for this video. Thanks for watching. Have a very nice day everyone. Bye.